Hello everybody, this is BScat100 and welcome back to some more Tokyo Dark. I know it's been a while, and those of you who are following the series probably already went to somebody else to watch the rest of it because I was taking too long, yada yada yada. But, if you have stuck with the series so far, I do apologize for everything. A lot of other things have been taking up my time, and my attention has not been as solid as it may have been at one time. In the last episode, we had gone around doing some some favors for everybody, and we started to learn about this collector, and it seems that this collector, the pattern is, he or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, they will give you something that you want in exchange for something that's very valuable. And then the person who gave the valuable thing, it will be like, oh, well, that was a mistake, let me try to go back. And then the collector will not be there. The sign that the collector is available is 3 cranes in front of the elevator. That's how... Oh, I didn't even notice that before. You can't see where my cursor is. Freaking... What's-his-face's face is on top of here. He knows. They know. Anyway, if you're looking to leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me if you haven't already, and share with your friends that can join in on this investigation thing. Alright, let's go in and see the collector. Gotta remember, don't give up anything valuable. Don't give up anything valuable, otherwise you're going to regret it. That's it. 3 paper cranes. The button on the elevator... the buttons on the elevator are lit up now. Ooh, creepy. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said the cranes can grant a wish. What is it you wish for? I've never wanted to believe in wishes. Are you him, the collector? Oh, it's a him. Okay. Collector. Crow. One of the many names given to me over the years. But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know. I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say, investigator. It's so hard to keep straight. Suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes, I wonder... What is it I wonder? That's it, you're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend, they break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course. The girl you murdered, Reina. Was that your fault? Something made me. Then are you a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear? No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? And faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and joy is your own doing, or someone else's. I don't have time for this. Of course. Our conversation is tilted towards the philosophical, but you are not here for philosophy. You want to know more, something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly?
Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends.
Perhaps I could be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others.
Fine, what do you want to know?
Find it interesting, like someone like you would drink on the job.
Huh? You made it in the hostess bar 2 weeks ago. Yeah, what of it?
Seems so obvious a mistake. Why did you make it?
No, I got it for information. It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get information otherwise. Not that changed anything.
On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him?
Oh my god. Okay. Collector has been keeping tabs on us, and he's asking why we did the things we did. A witness saw him. Witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this, some kind of psych test? I came in for answers. Enough of the games.
It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price.
That's it. If you wanted information to use against me, it seems you got enough already.
Blackmail. How pedestrian. Simplistic. No. I've no interest in that.
Then what do you want?
Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue?
Do I have a choice?
I've already made it. You've such little patience, detective. Surprising considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina. She's the one you've been chasing, yes. Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger?
To keep her talking, she didn't deserve it. I didn't want to hurt anyone. At the time, I didn't know about the situation. So what was my reasoning for that? What was my reasoning for that? Let me take back to the sewer. No, to keep her talking. The situation was hopeless. The best I could do was keep her talking. Learn as much as I could.
Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills 3 times, following the doctor's orders like a good little puppet. Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. Accept this trade. In return, you want... what was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. Suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now.
Tanaka is clearly not alive. We saw that. What are you?
Dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer.
Oh. What? Dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So what are you?
Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. As for a way to clear the... how did you put it? Ah, yes, to clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider the problem.
I don't know why, but I get the hunch you'll know what this is. What is it? Raina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out.
Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. makes people do the most fascinating things.
Why did Reina want it so badly?
It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? Maybe the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself, it all started in Kamakura. The Kawans have quite the history with that mask.
The Kawans? My? The shrine maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me.
Very same.
Gives me the creeps. Perhaps I should have gotten rid of it.
Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it.
Where's Tanaka? Is he alive?
In the dark, where he lives. That is more difficult.
The dark? That's not the first time I heard that. What is it? What is it? Where can I find it?
But the question is where it cannot be found. You cannot feel it around you, follow you at every turn. It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. Common thread that binds all the misery in your heart.
Reina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too.
Ghost thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. Begins in Kabukicho, an Italian agency called Omega.
Kabukicho. Huh, I know it well enough.
As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape, and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart. Like it almost already has already. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool.
How long will it pass been open?
Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld.
You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you.
Paranoia, an unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You're a detective. I'm only giving you the tools you need to finish the job. From there. Now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppets, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Till we meet again.
Ooh, I like him! Alright, back to here. I think we're done here. I think we are done here. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I'd stayed any longer, I felt it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface and put my hand to my eyes from the sunlight and listened to the people on the streets. Their conversations seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the streets swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he possibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right and I was a puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead them to me. Countless paths were narrowed to two, and I had no choice but to march forward to the leads I've been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was it so really easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark, and that much had been all but confirmed. I now had a means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chased after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay, so now we're down to 2. We're down to Kamakura and Kabukicho. Do I take the talent agency first, or... No. Wait, alright, hold on. I want to figure out how the mask works. In the dark. Mask in the dark. I'm gonna go to Kamakura first. This game is really teetering on the self-awareness again. I'm coming here to find about the mask, but there's something I've got to do first. Six months ago, I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I thought of coming here to apologize to my Kawana countless times, but I couldn't will myself to see her and faced with my failures. I think of the fear and hurt in her eyes, and I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day and how I lost control. Hopefully, she can find it in herself to forgive me enough to help me with the investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall. Why are cherry blossoms blooming? It's like nothing's changed since that day. Ooh, that's creepy.
Oh, it's, you. I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And then I saw the picture on the TV news and maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. Sorry, I was curious. I remembered meeting you and couldn't believe it. It's like you met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course, it's not good or anything, but, you know. You never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not to say maybe it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff on there, like, wow. Pretty wild stuff.
Are you done?
Oh, right, sorry, yes. Hello again.
What's going on with the weather here?
Fall.
It's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms out?
Beautiful, isn't it? It's a species of cherry tree, the Prunus subhirtella, autumnalis, oh, come on, autumnalis, that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least that's what it says online. You'd have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura. Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh?
Cherry blossom tree that blooms in fall. I've never heard of it. Are you sure you've got your facts straight? It seems impossible.
Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be that if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think?
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Wrong, 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 wrong. Seasons reversing themselves, it wouldn't necessarily be impossible. It all depends on the rotation and revolution of the Earth, after all.
Oh, you see something? What a glum face. Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease?
Oh, not this mind. Is my grandmother still at the house near here?
You want to see her? Well, if she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her get out much, though. Oh, yes, that reminds me. When you last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? Not accusing you, of course, I just heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana's old and losing her facilities a bit. Or faculties a bit. I keep doing that. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake. Can you remember anything like that? I see. I'm sure it'll turn up.
I don't want to tell him about the mask. Looking for Mai Kawana. Have you seen her?
Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the happenings the last time you were here. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best you leave her alone.
It's important that I talk to her.
Suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down the street like usual. Mine's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal.
Oh, why this music? Why this music? Go away, no visitors! Stop with the music! Oh, that's a crow. Anything else in the water? Nope. Gotta walk very slowly. This doesn't seem friendly. Cherry blossoms fell at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was my Kawana, so dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach and stood there frozen and terrified, the same helpless look on her face as when she had the knife to her throat months before. This time it was me she was terrified of. We were the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. A familiar presence was watching from the shadows. Yup! No! No! I will not! I'm not going to kill her! Go fuck yourself! I'm not doing it, Mask! I'm not doing it! I'm not going to kill her! No, I won't do it! Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. You, the detective from before, why are you just standing there? Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to scare you. I wanted to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner. You're here to apologize? Now? I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. The police only talked to me once, then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened. Guess that makes the last person you want to see. Makes me the last person you want to see right now. After that day, I'm sure some police came and told you I was only following procedure, but that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I didn't feel myself and lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds vague to say I lost control in such a crucial time, I bet. But that's the truth. The truth? Strange, isn't it? Cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Your name's Ito, right? It's so quiet here. It's hard to imagine something like that one day in April really happening in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask and the red-haired girl after the red-haired girl was after, and she denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hadn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself in that old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me that the mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry. Listen to me. Rumbling away. I'm sorry you don't care about any of that. Truth is, I think you're right about the mask having something to do with all this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything, but maybe Takashi does. I'm sorry, Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refused to come back and visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me about how my parents died. Where's your brother live now? He's an instructor at the Kendo Dojo in Asuka in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the Kendo world. It does sound like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You could try. He's never been good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, Mai.
Good. We're good. Get out of there. No, I'm not worrying. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna knock again. That grandma can just go fuck herself. I'm not doing it. Hello? I'm ready to leave. Asuka. Oh. Seems that we have no choice. Asakusa, I should say. Asakusa, the home of Sensoji, the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture surrounded by the city's high rises. My investigations up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out his Kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking was sensitive, and I didn't want more of my investigation to finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. Okay, so that's one of the dojos, I'm sure. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Okay. Alright, hold on. Before I start listening in, this looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. Sure. Alright. Let's take a look. Tourists, likely. I can hear them speaking English. Ugh, my English isn't so great, so I doubt they'll be of much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Hello there! Something we can help you with. I don't speak wait, Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor, if it wasn't, I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in a Japanese software company, and I'd be in a bit of trouble too. Don't look at me. I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Wow, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry, I just never thought of that. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? No, I mean, no, please. Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. Guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? No. We came to Asakusa every year, and the yukata became part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes it stand out more than we already do, huh? Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though. You guys come here every year. You must know the area pretty well by now. Looking for a Kendo dojo where Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana? Why does that name seem so familiar? Oh, right. He's that Kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us. People say he's something of a prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. Suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, he must get a ton of wannabe Kendo masters coming down. Like he trains a lot of police, too. The time we've been standing here, I've seen a few come in and out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk of an interdepartmental Kendo tournament.
It's become a matter of pride. A matter of pride for the different regional departments.
I wish my work did martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack to the jawline. Ha! Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have to use force all that much, though.
Yeah. Anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa, and I don't know anything that specific about it. You see, it says so right there in the dojo's flyer. He was out here about 10 minutes before you came handing them out. Kinda seemed a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him, though.
Admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our heads. But we're glad we were able to help you regardless.
Makes me feel silly now, trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trained so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now.
You associate with the police somehow?
Huh? Me? No, of course not. I'm an investigator, see? Like a private detective. Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just,
Sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right?
Exactly, I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys.
Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chests when they talked about kendo competitions like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask has yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana seemed like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. Okay. That worked out well. Okay. Huh? Who are you? Friend of Mars. You're a friend of my sister's? Do you expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really, you think I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April and almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be a friend to no doubt get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read, after all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Okay, my professionalism's still okay. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here before myself or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Well, shit. Well, that didn't go so well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften our brother up. Back, here we go! Oh, the tourists are gone. Oh, hello. Sure. Hello there. Would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you buy at a food stand in a festival. This will make you question everything you knew about octopus in ball form. You can say no to that sales pitch. Sir, I'll take some. Ooh. That's good. I didn't have a cover for this episode. Anyway. Wow, you're right. This may be the best takoyaki I've ever had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. Sanity, professionalism is tanking, but neurosis is... Look, my sanity is important, okay? Fuck you. What is so unprofessional about, like, trying to get food? Kamakura is filled with so many beautiful shrines and temples, and a lot of hikes in the surrounding hills. Kazuki and I like coming here on our time off. It's also the place where Mai Kawana was held at knife point last spring, and the place where I received the mask from her grandmother. Gotta love all those mask clicks, but that's the only way to do stuff here. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep, you found Big Brother, alright. He's been protecting me ever since we were little. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help?
You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family's been acting so strangely. Even my own brother's keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Ito. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way. But if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents, the mask, and everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai.
I feel like this is gonna go badly. Just a hunch. I said no visitors. Leave me alone.
Grandma, it's me. Please open the door.
Mai, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in. And she's letting me in too? Or am I hiding behind Mai? Wait, what is she doing here?
It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help.
Help? Ha! Don't make me laugh. You were supposed to help me, remember? I felt something, and you were going to free me from the past.
Free you? Are you talking about the mask?
Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it. Like needles in my skin. Needles in my skin dragging me toward it. In my dreams, I could still see that place. Have you seen it too, Detective? A dark place where those we've lost reside. So old and wasted so much time, and yet the pain still won't go away. My poor Emiko. I miss her so much. If only I could have found her.
Emiko? You mean Mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Takashi told me she died after I was born.
Yes, of course. You shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine.
No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will.
Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know. Your mother. And you, Detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, what you think you're able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough.
You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family.
Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami?
Grandma, this again. I'm sure Ito's not too interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going.
Stay right there. Though I've told you the story so many times you don't seem to grasp its importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it. Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods, known to us as the Kami. In legend, it was the drops of the ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world all around us. For a time, life was peaceful. However, as Izanami gave birth to Kagutsuchi, the Kami of Fire, she was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying and faced with her immortality, new Kami were born from her suffering. Kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable and, in his rage, struck down the child that killed his love. And unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, Night of the Dead. Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered through darkness till he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try and asked the gods of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his calm and light in order to look upon his last love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, warming face. In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her.
After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world. Resisting is a perversion of the natural order. Being mortals means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. You must stop. Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things. The story may be a myth, but there's truth within it. Can't you see that? The things you pursue, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards took my Emiko, then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Come here, my sweet child. I must keep you away from her. No, Grandma, I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore. No, you can't! You can't go. We must protect our family from the outsiders, You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal. Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much these lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. You tell us stories about kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me, but at least you make sense. Somebody's going to tell me the truth about everything. About Mom and Dad, too. No, stop. I'll tell you how your parents... You can't, can you? You never tell me how they died. The reasons always change every time I ask. No, please, you must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there and they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see? Hey, what are you talking about? You're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon. Don't go, please. Goodbye, Grandma. Oh, shit. We did a bad. No! We can't get back in the house. Sorry, she's gotten much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It's kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi. Can I knock again? Go away! Oh, wow. Sometimes the truth is just too much to bear. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Maya and I are leaving, what of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Maya's grandma, and she said she's having health issues, so she has to stay. Didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught fainting on my shift again. It must be pretty bad if she called. Maya's an adult. Her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere. What? I'm not going to use violence. There's got to be another way. Oh. Oh no. Dead crow lays in the middle of the street. The small body is in bad state of decay. Covered in dried blood. The maggots must have begun eating its... No. We're gonna make him faint? Yeah, that's professional. Alright, I'm gonna risk my... I'm gonna risk a little bit here. Go away! Wow, okay. I guess this is the only other option. Ugh, good thing I'm wearing gloves. This better work. Investigation plus 10? That was actually a good thing? What? In what crazy world is that a good thing? Oh well. Oh my god. I told you how much I don't like blood, and blood's not really my thing. You see the germs, and okay, I'm a little just gone. Well then. Oh dear, did you just faint? Sure looks like it. I'll be fine. Let's get a move on. But how's that? How's that a positive thing? Alright. I think we're going to end it off here. This game baffles me at points. Alright, well, in the next episode of Tokyo Dark, we're going to I guess we're gonna go and see Takashi, see if he'll give us some information. This is quite the... Of course, my professionalism versus my neurosis? I'm not doing too bad, I suppose. I suppose it could be better, but... Oh well. I'm still professional. My sanity's stable, I'm meticulous, and I'm relaxed. I'm actually in a really good position right now. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.